This video is made for entertainment purposes only. Please invest your own money at your own risk. I am not a financial advisor. Again, this video is not financial advice. What is up, everyone? This is Safe Investor AG, H% Saucy Warriors, and one of my favorite YouTube channels, Clear Value Tax, is going to give us an update about a potential monthly child tax credit that we're going to receive. I believe is going to get passed. I don't know when, but I don't know. It seems like all the factors for a bull market's building up. So more money for retail investors. Let's see. All right, we're going to watch this video.
More powerful than you. Making
wait for the
your
ad.
thing happen. Really.
I want to give you a status update on the monthly child tax credit payments. So right now, the politicians are getting ready to negotiate tax legislation. The Republicans are pushing for more corporate tax breaks, and the Democrats are willing to trade. In exchange for more corporate tax breaks, the Democrats want to bring back the monthly child tax credit payments. And you have to remember that at the end of the day, the child tax credit payments, those are essentially just tax breaks. They're tax credits. Now, what the Democrats want, what they're asking for, it's going to be similar to the monthly payments that went out during 2021, but there are a few changes that are being requested. And if you think that the Republicans are totally against the monthly child tax credit payments, that's not true. The Republicans have counteroffered. The Republicans have their own child tax credit bill. And believe it or not, the Republicans are offering more money than the Democrats. But I'm going to be very straightforward with you. The Democrats absolutely hate the Republican bill. They don't like it. The Republicans are saying that their plan strengthens.
If you ask me, this is all part of the act. This is all an act. Okay? So, just so you know, I'm not here to express political views or in any way, shape, or form. We're all here to make money. But the Republicans and Democrats want to present this plan, which means it'll get passed. On whoever side, it'll get passed. But let's see.
Families and empowers mothers. And it's all the rave with pro-family groups and pro-life groups. And I'm going to give you the details in a minute. Okay, but right now, I'm going to break this down for you. But before we go any further, I want to say this. I want to say this to clarify. To simplify everything, I'm just going to say child. So when I say child, I'm talking about your qualifying child or your qualifying dependent. I'm going off the IRS definition because you have to remember that this is tax legislation. So I'm telling you this because I don't want you to get confused. Okay, so here's the situation. The monthly child tax credit payments, that expired at the end of 2021. In 2022, it went back to the old rules. A $2,000 tax credit per child. So here's what the Democrats want. This is their proposal, and you can let me know what you think. The Democrats' bill is called the American Family Act. So it's already been co-sponsored by more than 200 members of Congress, and this is what it'll change.
Why are you not investing in tax liens?
200 members in
Why are you not investing
Congress
into one of the most incredible?
If you have children ages 6 to 17, you will receive $250 a month per child. So for example, if you have two children, let's just say ages 6 and 8, then you would get $500 a month. And this would be a permanent thing until your child turns 18. So $250 a month is $3,000 a year, which is more than the current $2,000. If you have children under the age of 6, then you would receive $300 a month per child. So if you have two kids, for example, under the age of 6, then you would get $600 a month. And $300 a month, that's $3,600 a year, more than the current $2,000. But I want to point this out to you. Not only would it be more money per child, there would be other differences as well. So here are the details. The current rule is that you get a child tax credit of $2,000 per child that's 16 years old or under. The American Family Act extends the qualifying age to 17 years old, so more children would qualify. And then you'd also have the option to receive the payments as monthly payments, or you can opt to get the full tax credit when you file your tax return. You would qualify for the full benefits if you're married and your combined income is under $150,000 and $112,500 if you're not married. If you exceed those income levels, then you don't get the full benefit, it gets phased out. Now, I want to tell you about the Republican plan. It's called the Providing for Life Act. So it's been introduced by Congresswoman Ashley Hinson and Senator Marco Rubio. So I want to give you the details of this plan and let me know what you think. For every child under the age of 6, you would receive $4,500. So that's more than the Democrats' $3,600. For children ages 6 to 17, you would receive $3,500 annually.
Dang.
So that is $100 less than what the Democrats are offering. Now, let me give you more details from this Republican bill. So the Republican plan would give the child tax credit to an unborn child. So this is being seen as a comprehensive pro-life agenda. The language of the bill states that a qualifying child includes an unborn child that will qualify retroactively upon the child's birth. So Senator Marco Rubio said, "We need policies like this to show America that conservatives are pro-life across the board." The bill would also provide federal funding to faith-based organizations to assist low-income, vulnerable mothers. The bill would also expand protections for anti-abortion groups. So this Republican bill is receiving high praise from pro-family and pro-life groups. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. So here's what's going to happen. The Senate comes back from their vacation on September 5th. The House of Representatives comes back from their vacation on September 12th. The politicians will have until September 30th, that will be their deadline, to figure this out and work out a deal. Republicans want corporate tax breaks. The Democrats want their monthly child tax credit payments. And if the Republicans are willing to trade, they're most likely going to push their bill. They're going to most likely push their child tax credit payments over the Democrats. Now, if you're thinking that the Republicans and Democrats, it seems like they both want to give money to parents. Why can't they work out a deal? Why can't they just get on with it and do it? It's because the Republicans and Democrats, they're going to have difficulty bridging the differences. Democrats are not going to support legislation that extends protections for anti-abortion groups. And the Republicans are saying that if they want to go with the Democrats' plan, that the Democrats need to show a fully funded bill. The Republicans are basically saying that they want the Democrats to slash funding in other areas to provide funding for this one.
Just last month, I profited
my
a little over
goodness.
60 grand selling this ginormous cat pillow to women on TikTok, and I actually didn't spend a single penny on it.
So the Republicans are saying that they're going to fund their bill by removing the state and local tax deduction. So this is known as the SALT deduction. So this deduction, it's been limited in current years, but the Republicans want it gone for good. So the reason is that the SALT deduction, it mostly helps people living in Democratic states. Because the Democratic states generally have higher state income taxes. Take a look at California, take a look at New York. So when taxpayers in those Democratic states pay a lot of state and local taxes, they receive a tax deduction on their federal income taxes and they pay less taxes to the IRS. So this tax deduction, it mostly helps the Democrats, and the Republicans want to get rid of it. And I want to tell you this, don't underestimate how important these corporate tax breaks really are. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on the Republicans in Congress to pass these corporate tax breaks because they're important to the donors of the Republican Party. The Congressional Budget Office estimates that the 3 bigger corporate tax breaks, so I'm not even talking about all of them that are being requested, but the top 3, that the Republicans are asking for will cost $68 billion a year. The Republicans want, 1, to allow corporations to write off more of their interest expense because there are limitations, 2, favorable bonus depreciation rules, and 3, research and experimentation tax credits. So all 3 combined, $68 billion a year. But the monthly child tax credit payments from the Democrats' plan is expected to cost $105 billion a year. So that's also an estimate coming from the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office. But the Democrats are saying that it's going to be money well spent. They're $105 billion a year. The Joint Economic Committee says the monthly child tax credit payments in 2021 lifted 5.3 million Americans out of poverty, including 2.9 million children. But the Republicans say that their plan is better. So do you see the back and forth here?
Okay, so the back and forth is going to happen. Now, everything, the dialogue they're having, it's all smoke and mirrors. They're really not going to listen to the people. The corporations are going to receive their tax breaks. They always do. At the same time, so people don't complain, they're going to give retail investors also their credits. I believe it's going to happen. That's what Clear Valley Tax is saying here. So, the question is, when will it start? I believe so, the end of this year, which is why I'm really bullish on crypto this year. We're going to have a pre-run, I'm estimating, this year, at the end of this year, and then a massive one next year. Also Bitcoin halving. It's going to happen. So when do you think this credit, child tax credit, will get passed this year? Do you think November, October? I think it'll get passed by late November, and it'll get executed immediately. I'm going to leave the link to this video down below so you guys can watch it yourselves. Clear Valley Tax, honestly, this guy is really down to earth, gives you the stats. He's straightforward, doesn't mess around, and I really like his videos. Whether if it goes on the Democratic side of the child tax credit or the Republican side, who knows? In the end, I think, if you ask me, I'm a conspiracy theorist. They're fun. I think it's already been decided, but right now, the dialogue you're seeing, I think it's just, they're just kicking the can until when it eventually happens, but it'll happen. This is going to be one of the triggers that will start a crypto bull run. People, I think, are going to buy more crypto than stocks. There might be a stocks bull run, but it won't be as hard as crypto. Just my opinion, not financial advice. So what do you think? When do you think this tax break will happen? Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is a good thing for the economy or a bad thing? Honestly, I think overall it will be a good thing. People, the last tax breaks, the majority did not use their money wisely. Honestly, a lot of people gambled with it with option calls and stuff, and few people paid off their credit cards. I think this time people will pay off their credit cards and load up on crypto because a lot more people are becoming more educated on crypto. But we'll see. But it'll still be a trigger to the pre-FOMO rally. All right, guys. Comment down below what you guys think. This is Safe Investor AG. HBAR Simp, Saucy Warrior. Stay saucy.